Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to make Ankara 3D appliques. Now you are going to start with your choice of fabric. Make sure that it's a fabric with beautiful designs. Now the first thing you are going to do is to cut out your designs. Now as you all can see, I'm cutting this a little bit away from the design just so that I don't cut out the designs. Now I'm done cutting and this is what we have. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to laminate these designs. As you all can see, I am using a hard paper stay for this. Honestly, for this lamination, it is based on your preference. Here now, I want this applique to have a bit of structure to it, which is why I am using the hard paper stay. If you don't want it to be so hard, you can use the light paper stay. And if you don't even want to use it, you can choose not to use an interfacing at all. That is, if your fabric can stay on its own, or if you just want that soft feel without any interference. So this idea of lamination is totally based on your choice. So whether you use a paper stay or not, just make sure that you cut out designs, you cover it up properly, and it gives you the feel that you want. Okay? Now I'm going ahead to iron my paper stay, and the next thing I'm going to do is to close the back of my designs. Now I'm going to use a lining to close it up. If you want, you can use a fabric to close it up. That is if you want the back of your applique to still have the fabric on it. But the way I designed my applique, the back is not going to be showing. So I'm just using a lining to close it up. And I don't have that much fabric for this applique after all. So I'm just using a lining for the back. Now, I am tracing out these designs on the lining because we're going to be adding a hemming gum to attach these designs to the lining. And honestly, I don't want to waste my hemming gum by spreading it all over the lining. So I'm just going to attach this on the traced spaces that we have drawn. After placing the gums, this is what we have. So we're going to do the same thing for the other sides. Now we are done with the others. So the next thing we're going to do is to give this a good press. And after ironing, we'll go ahead and cut out the designs. Now after cutting, you can go ahead and iron this again just to make sure that your hemming gum stays properly as well as the gum from your paper stay. Now that we're done closing up our designs, the last thing that we're going to do is to trim out our designs properly. Now this is the time that you follow the actual shape of the design. For this method, you can use a soldering iron or a scissors just as I am using. Just make sure that whichever one you use, you are very careful not to cut through your designs. Now, after trimming our designs, you can see that our design is now looking more prominent. And just like I said earlier, if you use a hard paper stay, expect a hard 3D applique. So the hard paper stay is if you want something that has structure, okay? Now, for those that would want to use a light paper stay, I also use that for my little pieces of applique. So it's just the same method, but this time around, a different interfacing. Now, just like we did for the first method, I'll just arrange this on my hair stay and iron it down. After that, we'll attach it to our lining. But unfortunately for me, my hemming gum is finished. So we're going to use another method for this. Now, for this method, you go ahead and trim out your design to get the required shape of the design. Now, after trimming it off, you will just place it on your lining and you will sew all around. Now, there are times you will have a material, but the material will not have the right shape of design that you want. So you can use your scissors to actually cut out the design you want. This one looks a bit tacky, but you get what I mean. Now, for arranging of the design, I'm going to be placing this design on a kimono. So we'll begin with our big design. I'm just going to arrange this on the top. So here, I'm just figuring out how I'm going to arrange these designs on the kimono. So at this point, you can arrange it anyhow and anywhere that you want. So I was satisfied with this. That's why I went ahead to pin it down. Now, some of these designs were not following the shape of the kimono, so I just trimmed it off so that it can follow the shape of the neckline in the kimono. So this is to show you that even after cutting out your design, you can still trim it off so that it can blend with your dress. Now, after trimming it off, I'll just go ahead and label this so that I will know where to place this, because now we are going to go ahead and line the ends of our design. Now, this lining is totally optional. I took this to the market so that they can run these embroidery stitches around the ends. But if you cannot do that, you can actually use a lighter to burn the ends. So after all that, I went ahead to attach my designs on the kimono, and this is what we have. So yeah, we have come to the end of our tutorial. If you found it helpful, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this to anyone that you think it will be helpful to. Thank you all, and I'll be seeing you in my next one.